just say it like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you less than money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another script, another...
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Center return, Nyheim Hines. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Tackled on the play by Cameron Jordan. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To this day, I could still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going to the ground again on 1st. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going run again with Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
That finds Jacobs complete. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll send him over right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He's across the 20, still going. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens have a great first drive and get the game's first points. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 16. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Henry running to the left. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
This is Henry on 2nd. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Love out of the shotgun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love at the 20. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry, and he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Love from the gun. Hauled in by Downs. This is ahead for about 5. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. McMillan hauls it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They stick with Jacobs. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's incomplete left side.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high, that's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Hines. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys looking at 3rd and 4. Throwing, Love. Warren's got it, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Love now. On target to Downs. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Love now to throw. Throw complete to Warren. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Working inside the red zone. Completed to his running back. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Loves to throw again. He's on the move. And he will score. It's a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 1-score game before halftime. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. First and 10, it's Mahomes. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
That's one you watch the next day, and as a quarterback, you want that throw back. Quarterbacks are perfectionists, and when it's caught just out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little more accurate.
A second down throw for Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's taking a shot down the sideline. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Cowboys get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Not a lot of arms in this league can deliver that throw from half the field away. Unfortunately, it goes right into the hands of the other team.
Yeah, not many today, Kate, and I would argue not many in the history of the game. It's a short list. I'll put Jeff George and John Elway. Jay Schrader had an absolute cannon. But you also got to have the smarts to know when to unleash a rope like that. Decision-making, not nearly as qualified as the pure arm talent on that throw.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Reed now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs running behind center. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. From the 33 on second down. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Handoff here to Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeff Jones has got it. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
That one's complete right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. That's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's Love to throw. He puts everything behind this one. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 37. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Love. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did. Out of the gun, Henry. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. We'll see what they... to the air with Love. Dump off caught by his back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
A certain variation of this play has really become synonymous with one team. And you know who I'm talking about, the tush push over there in Philly. But its roots, this has been one of the offense's greatest plays long before Jalen Hurts and those Eagles put their own stamp on it. So simple to run, so tough to stop.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's got him. That's McMillan. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Motion man sent left. Back to throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. First and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs with it. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Going run again with Jacobs. And there was really nowhere to go there. Just a small push to the 37. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. 3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. cut by Sutton. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens now lead by 10. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Extra point for Aubrey is up and good. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Hines. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys at a 2-score deficit. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Love looking to pass. Hauled in by Downs. And he'll get it up to the 44. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. First down throw. Here's Love. Trying to push it deep downfield. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. A quick slant into the hands of Downs. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Thrown on 1st down. Love. Warren's got it. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 1. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.